honestly, Battlefield's a good pick in this matchup. I generally don't like Battlefield as Pikachu, but I feel like the characters that you're not really going to advantage state super hard because like combos don't really, like, you can combo on Battlefield, you just have to do different routes, and I have to be less stubborn about my routes here. But if you're not going to like advantage state them, you just like have cover, you can like poke at them with up airs, which is really, really good in my opinion. So ShinyMark, honestly, his combos this set were really, really good overall. So again, he's starting to T-Jolt. I feel like he doesn't honestly T-Jolt that much this set. Or just in general, he's not really a T-Jolter. Gets the landing mix up there. Like, ShinyMark is cringe on this stage. Yeah, and he like, one thing ShinyMark does really well, in my opinion, is he goes for these extra resets. Like, he won't try to get, like, a true combo. He'll just go for a read, which is a lot of damage. I mean, he was at, what, like, 50? 48 to 82. That's an extra 34%. And yeah, could he have got something different? Yes, but at the same time, like, hitting something like a down air like that is a lot of mental damage, you know what I'm saying? His angles are so good. Like, that was crazy. This was so far. Like, hold on, I'm asking him, is your shit notched? Like, I think this tournament is probably, at least so far, I don't know if he's gonna like throw in top 8, but this is him versus Gact and him versus Gluto are honestly two of the most impressive sets I have ever seen from a Pikachu player, including myself. Like, I feel like when I'm winning, I'm like guessing right a lot and I'm playing advantage super solid, but ShinyMark just played in a way that is just different. Like, these two sets were so phenomenally impressive. Like, this is some of the best Pikachu play I've ever seen in any game. And that's a high compliment, because I really like my sets. I really like myself in this game. Yeah, good quick attacks. His quick attacks were the star of the set, to be honest. Mark did the Leo where he stopped getting hit. He really did. He's also going under the stage a lot nowadays. Which is kind of scary against Gluto, because Gluto 2-frames everyone, but at the same time, if you're going under and Gluto's not ready for it, going to platform there, you're dead. Goodbye. Like, this position, like, this quick attack is so hard, right? Because there's 3 things you need to cover, realistically, and you can't cover all of them, unless you're just giving up the position, which is quick attack to ledge a second time, because that's a really good option, to be honest. You have to worry about, 4 options. There's go to ledge, there's go upright and then down and you land like here, there's upright and downright and you go on the platform, and there's a slider upright and then downright and you're like here, off of the, like, you're here under the platform. It's really hard to cover all of those at once. It's basically, and by that I mean it's impossible, right? You have to just guess. And Gluto guesses the one that goes through him, tries to parry it or shield it, and then gets the subsequent situation was very good for ShinyMark because Gluto was expecting something different. Yeah, percent-wise, Gluto's now winning because of that waft. And again, because ShinyMark is more of a passive Pikachu, I think it's okay to use the wafts more liberally because you're always going to get 2. Like, this game will never end unless ShinyMark gets destroyed. That there's going to be less than 1 waft. There's going to be less than 2 wafts. Yeah, just the thing is, ShinyMark is like always going under the stages. He's trying to just mitigate the reversals. He's trying to mitigate dying, so he's able to make people doubt what's going on, right? So like these like going under the stage, because here Gluto has to guess left or right. If you're wrong, you're giving up the entire stage. So Gluto kind of goes there, and then is still there to pressure, but he's not getting a hit. He's not getting that back air, that forward tilt, which is huge, and it allows ShinyMark to extend these stocks a long time, especially considering how many stocks Gluto got pretty early with like forward tilts and stuff when ShinyMark didn't go under the stage, which we will see later. And again, so many things to worry about. Great back air by Gluto. That is so crazy. Lol? What? Why would you go up there as Gluto? That's crazy. Oh, nice upper combos. Didn't land on the platform. Forward air. Yeah, Gluto jumping. Not punishing the air dodge, because like the thing about Gluto in this situation is he is so good at like air dodging and then think he's gonna go over here and then just drifting to the left. So ShinyMark just kind of tries to play the next situation. Yeah, nice spot dodge read. Again, there's another down tilt up smash. Again, look at that damage. He got nared at 43, right? That's a 42% combo that was like really short, and people always talk about like Pika damage, and you're not really gonna get an upper bridge at that percent. you're not really going to get more than that. Like, if anything here, like, the only other combo I can think of doing here is, like, you do Nair, grab, down throw, Nair, down smash on platform. Like, that's about it. So again, obviously the risk of that is it's not guaranteed because he's guessing on these tech chases. Guessing is fine. He guesses in the like he guesses there, but he doesn't guess in neutral, which I feel like is really good, right? He's like willing to like do the hard reads, but he's not doing things that get him hit. Also, this was supposed to be game, so quick lesson for chat. If you double jump and do an aerial, I think the next frame, which it's hard to tell because it skips a frame on the recording here. If you do a double jump and an aerial, either the frame you do the double jump or the frame after you do the double jump, your double jump is slightly more vertical than horizontal. So like when you are, let's say you jump here and do an aerial. So what happened was ShinyMark did quick attack, jump, up air, right? And then he's falling. There's two ways to do this double jump from here, right? Like, oh god, hold on. Let me make the eraser bigger. When you do a double jump and do it immediately, your jump is kind of like this, and then it like has more momentum, as opposed to if you double jump and do an aerial a little bit later, you get like, you know, your full air momentum from straight up. So doing this one, that's why he missed, because he was slightly not far enough, because in the couple of frames that like forward air happens, there's a difference between, you know, being here and being here, right? And like that's the same amount of time, and that little bit of distance is literally what caused ShinyMark to miss this. Because if you look here, he like barely misses it, right? Like super barely, and that's why. Like ShinyMark's not committing. He's playing this very safe. Like his advantage here, he's not committing. He's not trying to hit Gluto out of his double jump or anything. He's just waiting until the situation becomes favorable. But dash attack will kill. Forward air near ledge will kill. Dash attack does not kill. I lied. YOLO waft. He almost hit that too. And again, yeah, that 2-frame would be lethal there, so ShinyMark has to be very careful. And up air? Oh, Nair drag down? That was so good. I probably would have up aired, to be honest. That Nair drag down was so good. Crazy. But again, that game was 6 minutes and 15 seconds. So let me get T-Jolt, immediate up air, Nair. This is combo. Technically, if you DI out here, or like through Pika, like up or left in this instance, I don't know if you get that Nair. But it's still really, it's hard to know that, considering there are so many things you can do. That's like 75%, yeah. Pikachu's busted! And that's a huge lead, and now that enables ShinyMark to play very passive the entire time, right? Like, just getting an immediate lead is so good. The bike messing up that combo, though. The fact that Gluto has bad SDI must suck. I mean, SDI only really matters in like a couple of combos, because you're not really going to die to off-stage stuff as Wario, so you're not really scared of the back air stuff. It's mostly just Nair loops, and again, he's still SDIing Nair loops decently well. How does ShinyMark find those? Like, he's the most passive motherfucker on the planet, like, half the time, then he's like, what if I just down air you? It's crazy. Oh yeah, too far to get the combo. Back air. There's the tech chase. Doesn't want to go for a down air there because it's not quite the good juicy percent for it, so misses the platform there. But also him missing kind of allowed him to get out of that. I cannot believe that back air didn't punish. I was cooking at this time, so I wasn't like super duper watching. Like I was watching, but I wasn't only watching, if that makes sense. And a great, like, this is so good to do this Nair that he does, and then drift away, and it just kind of adds to that extra layer of like, where's he going? Like, it's so hard to hit him. Surprised Ludo doesn't sit on Angel platform, might as well get more off charge. You actually don't. When you are on Angel platform, you do not get extra waft. It actually freezes until you come off the Angel platform. So, something to know. Yeah, like, look at this. Even at this percent, he's still getting, like, forward airs, which, again, Gluto could be DIing to the right, and it would be harder, but at the same time, he's not sure which side he's going to land on. Like, Pika's going to be much more sure where he's going to land than the opponent is, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at this. I hated that he did this. This was, like, my least favorite thing that he did besides counterpick the same stage when he starts losing. There's the Nair up smash, though. He was literally asking me, like, hey, ESAM, how do you land so many Nair up smashes? And I was just like, I just do it. I just Nair, and then I see that it's going to work. And he was like, okay. There's the punish, but the bike is going to be there. You need to, like, up air there. And that's a Nair into still the drag down. Like, even though Gluto literally DI'd this off stage, and you're able to jump forward, Nair, and then drift backwards. I cannot believe that didn't work. Do you need to fast fall? Yeah, he needed to, like, barely fast fall. That might have been stock, actually. And again, Gluto has been teching to the right of these, like the inside of these platforms. So ShinyMark goes for that read again. It would have been stock. Nair up smash absolutely kills there. What's my opinion on Pika Ness matchup now that Shiny has still been the 2 best in the world? Ness wins. And I love that. And he tries to get the up air. Doesn't. Like, here I would have dash attacked. I absolutely dash attack here, and I get punished. But he's just like, I know. He recognizes when he... Like, instead of being like, I think I'm in time, he'll be like, I'm not sure if I'm in time for this punish. Time to not do it. And again, just giving Gluto the stage. He literally gave him the entire stage, right? He's just like... I'm here. I'm seeing if you're going to do something. Oh, you didn't? I'm going to hold away. And then, you know, he dashes backwards because he doesn't want to be in this scramble situation. And so that allows Gluto to take stage. But at the same time, ShinyMark's up a whole stock. And Gluto's at like an actual forward air percent, up air percent, up throw percent. Absolutely. And that's the up throw. You know what I'm saying? Really good play. And again, the last time that they played, it was very much so Gluto's favor. Like, hold on. Let me go find it. Yeah, he lost last year 3-1 to Gluto, and that's the last time they played. So it's been a while since they've played, and ShinyMark has got a lot better. And like he's getting these combos again. Look at that, 0-71. This is Pika. This is just normal Pika. That almost was sick. Like if ShinyMark did like jump like my box thunders of like jumping to the left, that would have dealt another 25. And then like look at that, that's crazy. Gets the second down tilt. Gluto techs the next to last hit because he's godlike, but that otherwise was a 0 to death. See, and I'm an asshole, and what I would have done would have worked in this situation based on what Gluto did. I would have gone dash attack. I would have gone T-Jolt up smash. But ShinyMark is too careful for that, so he doesn't do it. This, honestly, low-key was, like, so underrated. I know a lot of people wouldn't notice this, but ShinyMark goes for a quick attack trump. Because this is literally designed to, like, you quick attack to the left, quick attack down right. You can literally see the angle, right? But he recognizes that Gluto waited to grab the ledge, so he actually just goes back to the stage. Because he's like, hey, I'm just going to keep stage instead of going to ledge and being in this weird, awkward situation. Down throws to see if Gluto would DI in and get down throw thundered. It doesn't work, though. But at the same time, you're not going to edge guard this character. So forward throw versus down throw is kind of, it doesn't really matter. And again, that's another thing you have to worry about. I was talking about the quick attacks earlier. Look at this angle. ShinyMark is here. Again, you have to worry about zip, zip to go like here. You have to worry about the single zip. You have to worry about him going to ledge. You have to worry about going zip, zip, or zip, zip, or zip, zip. Like, there's so many things to worry about, so then the single quick attack is so fucked up. Like, it's so good. Punishes the bike throw. And again, this is the type of thing, like, I remember seeing this, and I was like, oh my god, ShinyMark's a god. Because, like, it is so hard to hit Gluto doing this. So he does this up air, because you expect Gluto to, like, air dodge and then drift back to platform. So he does the up air to cover that. And then this nair covers, regardless of if Gluto here drifts back or not, because you either get this this nair into grab, or you get nair into turnaround dash attack, which is so good. Sorry, I was just uploading something because I forgot to earlier. Let me get it. Nair. He actually doesn't do the IDJ that he has been doing, and Gluto smartly doesn't DI in here. He doesn't DI out either. I think he's just DIing like up or down. Maybe it was SDIing. But again, now we have ShinyMark not winning, right? Like Gluto's winning now, which means that ShinyMark is going to have to do some approaches, and you automatically see Gluto playing the defense now better. Is Nair dash tech true? Yes. And you never need to tech this, ever. The way Gluto does this will never, ever, ever send you to the left. So you're either dead or you're going to fall out like that. So air dodging there was not great. So suddenly Gluto's in the lead, right? And this is going to be very different because we've seen ShinyMark. ShinyMark's got basically all of his damage from Gluto approaching or getting like a random burst option, but Gluto's playing so carefully on platforms right now. Love that. That was so good. So obviously this Nair down smash, or sorry, this Nair on shield was punishable, right? Because Nair is never safer than -7, and I think that's Wario's up B. But I love doing that. I love just like jumping at people over and over again, because if they're gonna add a shield you, they would have added a shielded you, so you just do it again. Am I surprised they went small battlefield here? I'm not surprised Gluto went small battlefield, because this was Gluto's counter pick. Game 1 was battlefield, and then both of the counter picks so far from Gluto were small battlefield, right? But I got mad at the fact that ShinyMark did not try to counterpick any other stage. Yeah, suddenly now, again, even game, Gluto is now on the defense from the beginning, right? He's not letting ShinyMark in ways that are, like, meaningful, and that's why he's able to get some of this damage. But again, another down air just wasn't at, like, this is why you don't do the down air at lower percents, because it's not guaranteed into anything. So you have to do another tech chase, which you can do, but it's hard. That was so slick. This was, like, the slickest thing that he did all set. Like this little boop, and you're here because there's no reason to get up attack there. And this covers literally everything else, because if you neutral get up, you're just going to get hit by either the quick attack or just like anything. And then that covers both tech right or tech left, just with the timings. How does he get these angles on Procon? I have no idea. I don't know if his controller's notched. And again, Gluto is now kind of hitting buttons that will kill if he's right on these quick attacks. He's not just trying to react, he's trying to be like, I'm just going to risk reward, and if I'm wrong, okay, I'm wrong. Which I think is correct. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that bite does that. Sometimes quick attack beats that, so it's interesting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hitting the double jumps. That's when you fucking thunder, baby. Yeah, honestly, this was stock. I cannot believe that ShinyMark, like, ShinyMark does an immediate thunder here. So the thing you're supposed to do here is after this back air, because again, Gluto does not have a double jump. There is bike available, but this should be a stock where you should drop down here and fast fall. And then if you see the bike, you thunder him out of the bike. And then if he doesn't bike, you see the up B and you hit him out of the up B. The only real way that Gluto can get out of this is by getting hit by here, drifting to the right, and then delayed bike. But if you do that, one, you might just get hit by the thunder anyway, like the actual body hitbox of the thunder instead of the cloud. But yeah, that was slightly misplayed by ShinyMark. What up, NKG? And yeah, again, now Gluto's playing this offense in the mid-range in a way that's defensive and not letting ShinyMark kind of run away from him. Because if he is running away from him here, he's not gaining anything, right? Yeah, trying to 2-frame. The 2-frame guesses are just like, is it going to be 1 zip or 2 zips, right? And this was kind of cool. I liked the fair drag down, but honestly, at this percent, he probably should have gone for at least a small upper bridge. Or like nair to land on platform. Oh no, I hit my back button on my key. No! Anyway, yeah, he should have done like nair on platform instead of that drag down. Because the nair drag down would have been better, because he could have got nair into either another grab on platform or something like that. He probably just wasn't ready for Gluto to DI towards the platform, so he's like, oh, I just have to forward air, and then tries to get that stuff. But yeah, again, that's the kind of thing that can happen when you, like when you're too far to one side, you have to commit here. So that was really good by Gluto to recognize that and then 2-frame that second zip. And yeah, this is the only waft that Gluto got the entire time. Because again, sometimes these battlefield platforms are or small battlefield platforms are very, very good for this. Nice, forward air dash attack. This game was tense. It was very long, but very tense. So forward air, like, honestly, like, forward air as a move is better in neutral than back air, but back air is just more rewarding at low percents. Nice run off back air. And again, that's the situation that I was talking about with the not having a jump thing that like Gluto would have had to do, but Gluto has his jump here, so he definitely can afford to bike there, right? But again, hey, look at this damage. Oh, it doesn't turn around the up tilt. He almost never messes that up. Goes to ledge. Love that trump. That was so good. This is so clean. So the idea here is to get this trump into up air thunder, right? But the up air sends too far, so he can't get a second up air though. So he just quick attacks because he's like, either way, I'm going to be in advantage. Gluto air dodges, and then he gets this jab on the air dodge, and then he shields that into nair down smash. Like, look at that, so much percent for no reason. He trumped at 53. 53! And it went to like 83, or like 90, 86. Yeah, like 35% and the mid percent. Pika's worst percent is the mid percent window, because at high percent you can get a bunch of kills with a billion things. At low percent you might just die or get like 0 to death. But like when you're at like 70, 75, that's kind of like the awkward, like, well, I'm not really gonna kill you unless you mess up a tech. So that's when you have to play the most nickel and dimey. And if you're able to like get a 40% string or like, you know, advantage situation in that, that's like really, really good. Yup. Sometimes someone parries your dash attack and you say, I'm going to hit a button. Who are you to parry shield? No one parry shields. Like, literally, when people parry and it's not soon enough for me to be worried that I'm going to get hit, I just hit a button because I know, like, no one parry shields. Oh, yeah, that SDI was not good. But also, again, Gluto has some issue SDIing because of his hands. And again, this full hop nair, I don't know if it's true on Wario, but full hop nair drag downs are real on certain characters. That one looked real. That one looked guaranteed because of the amount of frames that he was on the floor before, because it's a hard landing. And again, up air nair. Could have got maybe like landing up air into some, or landing nair on the platform, but he was just trying to up air because he didn't expect it to be that low. But again, hey, I'm up a stock and a half, basically. And yeah, Gluto has waft, but he's only got hit by like 2 wafts the entire time. One of them didn't kill, so it didn't matter. And again, just gonna go under the stage. Yippee. That's another angle you have to worry about. Gluto, you know, teching the same way he has all these other times, and if ShinyMark was ready, like, he went for the lowest risk here, because, like, this could have been nair down smash, but if ShinyMark was ready, he definitely could have gone, like, blah, nair up smash on the plat, and it probably would have killed. How do you know if you get hard or soft land? You only get soft land if you have very little momentum and you're not in hit stun. Like, soft landing is much less common than hard landing. And again, that's that 2 frame. Like, this is like one of the only times he doesn't, like, skull bash under the stage, because he didn't have a double jump, and technically Gluto could have punished stuff. Almost gets that dash attack too. That was super close. And this is kind of what I'm talking about, where Gluto's defense and his air dodges are so good. Like, he didn't air dodge all the way to the left. He air dodges and then shifts his momentum afterwards to kind of get this really hard to cover landing, right? And, like, technically ShinyMark could have done, like, dash here, down smash, but then if Gluto hit a button, you're probably going to get hit before the down smash comes out. And yeah, he knows that most of the time you want to air dodge, it's close to the ground, so he goes, okay, I'm not really here. Bah! And suddenly up air, right? I still leave me brawler? Yep. Great grab here. But again, this was when this shit started to get scary. Again, that was so good by ShinyMark. That was, like, ridiculously good by ShinyMark. It wasn't a true punish, because Gluto did shield, but also you're more scared of dash attack in that situation. That was so unlucky. This was like, when this happened, I was like, oh no, the set might go weird, because what happened is ShinyMark is pushing Gluto towards the ledge, and then this up tilt startup, sorry, even before the up tilt startup, it pushes Gluto after the neutral tech off of the platform, so he gets a slide off. I was like, if that didn't happen, that's another 50 or 60%. Thoughts on Lotomax recovery not being the worst recovery? I agree. Ganon's is. This was crazy. I don't think that was guaranteed. I don't think this one was guaranteed. If this was guaranteed, that's fucked up. From platform, that was crazy. I don't know why this part of the set just went to 30 frames per second. That looked guaranteed. Why'd that look guaranteed? Then he messes up the combo immediately afterwards, but still. Yeah, goes for the YOLO waft. Doesn't get it. Because again, ShinyMark here, he's playing to not get hit. He's not trying to, like, T-jolt or anything. Like, I feel like I definitely have started T-jolting, like, a lot too much in disadvantage. Which kind of lets people hit me there. Like, I think Kronos hit me there a couple times. I think Shattuck hit me there a couple times. Yeah, ShinyMark just eventually getting so much percent, right? I don't know why he did that either. That should have been a back air also. Like, that actually probably would have been game, or at least forced. I don't remember if when Gluto used waft. He's like, yeah, bye. And yes, you can thunder in between the stage. So the way the thunder works is thunder only doesn't go through platforms if they're, like, right above you. So, like, if you stand under this platform and thunder, the thunder does not hit you. But because a lot of those times when we do thunders, the platform is, like, way above us, it'll always go through it. As a way to, I think that's just a mechanic, so that it's like, hey, so you don't just SD a billion times whenever you try to thunder on, like, the bigger stages. So thunder's, like, usable there. Like, I think it started existing in Smash 4 like that, so. I feel like Gluto missed so many opportunities to bite heal. There's not really a lot of opportunities for him to get a bite. There haven't been a lot of very obvious shields from ShinyMark, because he's mostly been moving. ShinyMark just trying to get an out of shield option. He's not really trying to get the kill here. He's just trying to not get hit by Nair, because he knows that, like, that's the only way for Gluto to win. That almost was game as well. And then ShinyMark messing up the T-Jolt there, which kind of forced him to go under the stage. Low key here, I'm holding shield on platform. I don't know why he didn't just hold shield on platform. So again, just playing very passive. He just doesn't want to get hit. He's like, hey, you're not going to hit me down here. So, like, especially in this position, literally just hold shield on platform. Like, ledge jump, do a full hop, T-jolt, shield on platform. If Wario has to, like, grab you to hit you, and then if you do, you just kind of are off stage, you do, like, double jump thunder, and then skull bash onto the stage, and then you're fine. And Gluto just says, I need to hit you right now, and then obviously Canton Bike is on stage, so ShinyMark played so lame. That was a timeout, for all intents and purposes, even though Gluto died right before it, but it was a timeout. And yeah, ShinyMark honestly played that super well. Ridiculously well. His, like, neutral was so fucking good in that matchup. It was ridiculous.